Hold on, bro. Now we get mad because niggas making videos and not only are they giving a honest opinion on the guy, but they kind of stating facts. They giving you factual evidence based on numbers and based on history that actually happened in the league, bruh. So you gonna get mad because a dude made a video on Allen Iverson ticket? Come on, dog. That's wild. Like you gonna make a whole video, a whole live stream about niggas making videos on Allen Iverson calling him overrated when dude actually backed up his points with numbers and evidence and basically was saying that the dude was overrated based on the hype that he got comparable to his peers in that era. The Kobe's, the Ray Allens, the Tracy McGrady's, Vince Carter's, Paul Pierce. Like Allen Iverson was on that level. He was good. But the point he was trying to make was that he never got past the first round outside of what maybe that one year in 2001. Never really got out of the first round. I think he got out of the first round like a couple times actually. I think 0-1 and then it was like another time. I forgot. I gotta go back and rewatch the video. But you talk about all the dudes he played with. Played with Chris Webber, who was averaging 20 and 10. He played with Dikembe Mutombo. He played with Eric Snow. He played with Aaron McKee. He played with, what I'm saying, Tyrone Hill. He played with all these dudes. And people can talk about, oh, they won shit and they was this. He got them to the finals. He got him to the finals. Same thing with LeBron in 2007. People kill LeBron for losing to the Spurs in 2007. Well, some people kill him. Some people give him the pass. Some people kill him. And they say, oh, well, he didn't have enough help. Well, Daniel Gibson was shooting 40% from the three-point line that year. Drew Gooden was giving him at least 7, 8 rebounds a game. As a Virgil was a nice solid player for that team for that era when they was playing. Um, and people they give him, what I'm saying. Some people, like I said, they give him the pass. Some people say, well, actually, nah, he shouldn't get a pass because if you look at his numbers, which actually, when you go back and you look at the numbers, he really wasn't that good in that finals. You know what I'm saying? People talk about how he carried Cleveland to that finals run against the Spurs, but they don't actually talk about LeBron in that series and how inefficient he was because his game wasn't mature and how he didn't have the repertoire, he didn't have the arsenal offensively to do everything that he was able to do in 2012 and 2013, 2014, and then every subsequent year that he made the finals up until um, 2018 when he finally well no 2019 actually 2019 when he missed it with the Lakers. Um, but Allen Iverson at that point, what was LeBron in his fourth year? I think AI was in his I think AI was in his fourth year too, fourth fifth year respectively. Both got to the finals at the same time, but AI was a way more polished player, at least offensively, for what he can do than LeBron was at that time. And you telling me that not only did he lose that final, but he actually didn't play that great. filled up a stat sheet, but really had to shoot the ball a whole lot and didn't control, you know what I'm saying, didn't do it a lot in the flow of the game. He was just chucking. Bruh, people, do you understand that people used to kill Antoine Walker for his inefficiency when he was in Boston? Do you not understand that people used to look at dudes like, you know what I'm saying, like Tracy McGrady and say, oh, he never won a playoff series, at least as the man. You know, I'm not counting him on the 2013 Spurs when they got to the finals because he wasn't even playing. He played garbage time in those finals actually. Had they won that series and he got that cheap ring, wouldn't nobody even count that because they'd be like, well, hold on. If you actually look at his career, he really wasn't that great. If you go back and you watch it, because I know the dude you're talking about, nigga. I know the dude you're talking about. I subscribe to his channel just like I do yours. If you go back and you look at his channel, he actually got a video on Tracy McGrady and called him overrated. And he gave reasons why. He got the video evidence of all the playoff series that he lost. He put up his numbers. He put up his you know what I'm saying, his metrics for, you know what I'm saying, his fourth quarter scoring and overtime scoring and all the playoff games that he lost and everything and how he fell short and how he didn't come up clutch and, you know what I'm saying, everything that he did while he was in Orlando and Houston. You know what I'm saying? He did a video on Carmelo Anthony and called him overrated. You want to know why he called Melo overrated? Oh, I know you're going to hate this one. Carmelo overrated because based off of his own talent and the dudes that he played with, whether it was in the East or the West, whether he was in Denver, whether he was in Houston, whether he was in OKC, whether he was in New York, based off the dudes that he played with and based off his own talent level, at least from the years of what, I guess 2003 to 2013, 14, when that was his prime window. I guess you can say that was his prime window. Or if you even want to shorten it to about a 5 to 7 year window, you can say 2009 or about 2000. You can say what, maybe 2007 to 2013. It's about 5 or 6 years. So from the point that he played, so from the moment that he played, the first season that he played with AI to the 54-win Knicks team that he played with in 2013 that had JR and Steve Novak and Tyson Chandler and Raymond Felton and Pablo Prigioni and all those dudes on there. And I think they had Jason Kidd on there at that point too. From the first year that he played with AI in Denver to that Knicks run, that best Knicks run that they had in 2013. That was probably his best prime window that you could say Melo was on the same level or just a notch below LeBron and probably like D-Wade, because D-Wade had already won a championship and already been like a multiple-time All-Star at that point. And won a scoring championship in 2008. So, yeah, based off of that, like, Melo never made it out of the first round. But like one time. Like, you go back and you look at, okay, every year that he was in Denver, he lost in the first round. Then when AI got traded to Chauncey, AI got traded to Detroit for Chauncey Billups, and dude covered this in that video, the AI video, is that Chauncey actually helped them elevate. Chauncey actually helped Melo elevate. He did the same thing in the Melo video that he did in the AI video. He said Chauncey Billups helped elevate Carmelo in Denver. Unlike AI did for Melo in Denver when he was there. He couldn't do it. He wasn't steady enough. He didn't have the leadership ability. He didn't have the presence. And he didn't have the game that Melo needed to complement him and actually help him win. Now, they lost that series to the Lakers in 2009. That was a good series. I remember watching it in that Western Conference Finals. But Denver was one of those teams that, looking back on it, was actually scary. A lot of people looked at Denver from, you know what I'm saying, people looked at Denver as a contender. If they didn't break that team up, a couple years later, you know what I'm saying, when Melo bullied his way to New York, he probably could have won a championship. He probably could have won a championship in Denver. He didn't see it that way, and then they broke it up. But they traded Allen Iverson for Chauncey Billups for a reason. They traded Allen Iverson for Carmelo Anthony for a reason. And then you go back to, you know what I'm saying, when he was in Detroit, that was a whole mess because they lost in the first round in 2009. Mind you, this is after making 6 straight conference finals. Because remember, in 2009, Chauncey made the conference finals with Denver. That was 7 straight by himself. You know what I'm saying? That was 7 straight by himself as an individual. You know, I think Andre Iguodala just did something similar last year where he made the five finals with the Warriors, and then he made the 6 finals with Miami last year. You know what I'm saying, being a role player on that squad. And then you got all the Celtics guys, and then you got the it's somebody else I'm thinking about. Yeah, you got all the Celtics guys that, like, you know, in the 60s that, like, repeated and all that, and was winning back-to-back championships. But Chauncey Billups was that dude. AI wasn't. He was a star. He was an icon. He was this and that. He just wasn't a winning player. That's the point of the video. He wasn't a winning player. He was overrated based on the other dudes in his era that he got compared to. He was not Kobe. He was not Paul Pierce. He was not Ray Allen. He was not Vince Carter. He was not Tracy McGrady. He was none of those dudes. He was none of them. None of them. He based off his talent level, yeah, he got compared to those dudes. But based off his accomplishments and his actual game and what he was actually doing on the basketball court, he wasn't those dudes. He shouldn't be compared to those dudes. So niggas is getting mad and niggas is getting all emotional and all types of shit because not only did dude call him overrated, but he came with evidence. Why are you mad? Why are you getting so uptight? It gotta be some truth in there because you can't be bad over a nigga's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Or at least an opinion that's based, you know what I'm saying, that's based in some merit, that's based in some facts, you know what I'm saying, that he came with. If it wasn't a shred of truth in there. You watched the dude play, you seen him fall on his face before. Come on, bruh. You know better than that. You're supposed to know basketball. Like, are you like do you like what's wrong? Why you getting so uptight? Gotta be some truth in that statement, huh? That shit hurt when people talk about your childhood heroes. Now I see why you get so butthurt when niggas talk about Jordan all the time. But I'm gonna end the video on that one because I don't even want to start that conversation. I'm gone, man. That shit is wild. Niggas is getting emotional because Cause dudes made videos on our lives and it's like, damn, they turned down my whole childhood. I can't deal with this shit.